There we go. Hello and welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour we will be continuing our series of classes on collocations. These are words that are commonly spoken together, maybe as simple as verb and object noun combinations, adjectives and nouns, or possibly more complex, like expressions, sayings, or idioms. Today, we're going to be looking at collocations which are related to crime. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so should be interesting. We're going to start off by talking about criminals. We're going to read some news clips and talk about the collocations which appear in these news clips. So, again, hi, Anna. Welcome.
Hi, nice to see you, teacher.
I was having a problem closing my office door. If I leave the office door open, my kids will be in here jumping all over. They understand completely. Door closed, Daddy working. Door open, Daddy playing. So I had to get that thing closed. Mustafa, welcome again. Hello again.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, hello. Okay, let's talk about criminals for a little bit. We're going to look at some news clips. I'm going to have you guys read these, and we'll talk about the collocations therein. Okay, Anna, can you read this? I guess go ahead and read the whole thing here. We'll talk about it.
Okay, the judge, Mr. Newell, said that Hickey was a hardened criminal who had committed 12 serious offenses. He ordered that Hickey should serve a sentence of at least 15 years in prison.
Okay, let's look at, first of all, let's look at this guy's name. Hickey. Probably
Hickey.
this is Hickey. Most likely, I would pronounce it Hickey.
Okay.
Okay, this has nothing to do with crimes, mostly. Do you know what a Hickey is in English?
No, moreover, is with capital letter, so I suppose it was a surname.
Yes, you're correct. In this actual reading, it is a surname, but I just wanted to introduce you to an interesting, very specific, unique kind of word, because here it is, it's there. So, a Hickey is, okay, when, no, trying to think of how to present this to you. Okay, a young couple, usually young, if doesn't matter if it's the girl is giving a hickey or the boy is giving a hickey. When one or the other of them sucks on the girl really kind of sucks on the boy's neck as they're passionately making out, kissing. All right, and it leaves a red mark that stays for a few days because they're basically causing a bruise. They're causing the blood vessels to break in that one small area. This red mark is called a hickey. So
it's commonly in teenagers, no? Teacher?
teenagers, yeah, that's right.
Teenagers, people.
That's right. That's exactly correct.
Oh.
Right. Usually teenagers, and yeah, so then they have to hide it. They have to wear a turtleneck or a high collar. Yeah.
Yes. The normal thing was to put I don't know how to say that, like a scarf.
There you go. Right.
Yes, like a scarf around your neck in order your parents can't see.
That's exactly correct. That's it. Anyway, that is what that's called. Called a okay. Kind of a crime, but not really a crime. But anyway,
No.
okay. A minor offense. Your parents are going to be not happy about that.
Yes.
Plus, it's embarrassing. Okay. All right. Let's talk about these crime collocations now. All right. A hardened criminal. This is a very common expression. I would even call it an expression. And a hardened criminal, what's the meaning?
Yes, people such said the sentence, people who had committed a lot of crimes.
Mm-hmm. Say a professional criminal.
Yes, people who are a large list of crimes.
Here's another one. A career criminal. He's a career
Yes.
criminal. That's his job.
Yes, I could say police record
He has.
with
You could say he has a record. Yeah.
yes,
Um,
police record.
yeah, you could say a police record. That's true. But in English, we don't even need the word police for this to be perfectly understood.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a record. He's got a record a mile long, for example.
Okay.
Or in the cop shows, you would see he has a list of priors, meaning prior arrests. Or actually, this is also colloquially known as a rap sheet. You'll see this on the detective movies and television shows.
Yes.
It's got a long rap sheet.
Okay.
All right. All right. He committed 12 offenses. What else can you commit? What does commit collocate with?
Commit is I don't know how to explain in English when you I don't know the word. I know what means and the word in these cases, but I don't know the word. Sorry.
Okay. You commit a crime. That's right. Very good. And moreover, it can be any specific crime. We'll collocate. Commit murder, commit rape, commit burglary,
Yes.
commit shoplifting, whatever. Yeah, basically it collocates with every crime.
Yes, but we could use another word instead of committed.
That's a very good question. Not really. He had done 12 offenses. He had made 12 offenses. No. See, this is a very unique and strong collocation. You commit a crime, and that is pretty much it. Also, if you're talking about sports, you can commit a foul as well.
Yes.
So it's against the rules of the game. So you do something against the rules. You commit whatever.
Okay.
But really, there's no other verb that we can use. We're kind of stuck with this one verb. So
Okay.
very strong collocation. All right, serve a sentence.
Yes,
Right.
is in my opinion is when a people is condemned to is convicted or condemned in order to paying a fine or go into prison for several a certain period of time.
Right, a certain period, whether that's 1 month or life. We don't know. But
Yes.
yeah, you serve time. You also very commonly hear serve time. He served time in the federal penitentiary like that. He served
Yes.
time in jail. Okay. Okay. Hi, Sasha. Welcome to
Hi
our
again.
criminal discussion. All right, we'll
Sure.
talk to you in a bit. First, Mustafa, can you read this next one?
Okay. The Justice Minister said that the men were not political prisoners, but were common criminals who had committed acts of treason.
Okay. All right. Political prisoners. What's
Mm.
the strong collocation? What's the meaning?
Political prisoners, like they have, let me see, rephrase my speech. Uh, um, they have problem with the government, so they don't agree with the government, and
Mhm.
they don't agree with the political of the government. So maybe they put them in the jail, and they called political prisoners.
That's it. Okay. Your other expressions and words, by the way, somebody got busted. That means they're arrested. Very good. You have a run-in with the law. Okay, that probably means you got arrested, but not necessarily. Um, you can have a run-in with the law. I mean, my grandmother had a run-in with the law. She went through the stoplight. Okay, because she's old. Doesn't mean she's any kind of hardened criminal or anything. She just had a little run-in with the law. She wasn't arrested, but she had to talk to the police. A run-in with the law does not mean arrested. It means you have some kind of confrontation with the police.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
all right. Okay. A very good definition of political prisoners. Usually they'll figure out some kind of official sounding charge, but really everybody knows it has to do with, that's it, being opposed to government or government policies or specific government people, even people in government. All right, a common criminal. Okay, a common criminal is like you call somebody a criminal, it's not already derogatory, it's already negative anyway, but a common criminal, you're even being more derogatory. You're basically saying you're run-of-the-mill, everyday career criminal. Nothing special about them. Okay, that's it. All right, you're exaggerating the fact that, again, kind of like that's talking about a career criminal. Somebody, that's basically their job. All right, committed, here's committed again. Committed what? Committed an act of terrorism. Okay, Mustafa, I'm sure you understand what that means. I'm sure
Yeah.
you'd have to live in a cave to not understand that in
Yeah, I understand.
modern society. Okay. All right. Next one, Sasha. Can you read this one?
The lawyer for the prosecution, Mr. Arthur Larchwood, stated that Henry Banks was already a convicted criminal when he was appointed chairman of the company, but that nobody knew this fact. He had a conviction for robbery dating back to 1986.
Okay. All right. Convicted criminal. Well, you got the definition below. Okay. It means you were definitely convicted in a court, found guilty. What if you're, Sasha, you're arrested, but you're not convicted of a crime? Do you know what that's referred to?
Just arrested.
Yeah.
Just take to jail.
Yeah, but you're not actually convicted, and you're set free again. You were released. Well, that just means you're let go out of the jail. All right. but you would describe that by saying the charges were dropped. All right, the state dropped the charges. The charges were dropped, and you're allowed to go free. Okay. You could also say that the person was exonerated on charges of whatever. So if he got away with it, he was exonerated on charges of robbery. Okay, what do you call there's there are a couple more informal ways to say this. Sasha, convicted criminal. Do you know another way to say that more informally?
Convicted criminal, maybe, yes, if I remember. No, I can't remember.
Okay.
If I see it, maybe.
Very simply, a convict, or if you went to jail and you're out now, you're an ex-con. Once an ex-con, always an ex-con. If you ever served time in jail for a crime, after that, until you're dead, you're an ex-con. Okay. So, Anna, okay. If you're exonerated on the charges are dropped, that means it's over. Like Mustafa says, there's not enough evidence, and Mustafa, evidence is not countable. You can't have 3 evidences. You can have 3 pieces of evidence, but not 3 evidences. If you're exonerated, that means you're found innocent, maybe, or there's not enough evidence. Acquitted, yes. Yes, acquitted and exonerated are very similar. Exonerated is a little bit stronger. To say you're exonerated means that they actually found, if you're acquitted, it means they didn't find enough proof or evidence. If you're exonerated, that means they found the opposite, that in fact you never did it. They proved that it wasn't you if you're exonerated. So there is a slight difference there. So thanks for bringing that up. All right. Okay, Anna, how about this last one here?
Yes, and the judge said it was vital that anyone with a criminal record should not be able to get a job where large sums of money were placed in their care. Charles Hanworth, 26, had served 2 years in prison for young offenders 10 years ago before working for the bank.
Oh, all right. All right, a criminal record? All right, well, we already talked about that. Again,
yes.
You just have to, in English speakers, just say a record. He had a record. One thing here, vital. This kind of root, vita, V-I-T-A, it means life. So whenever you see this and it has something to do with life, which vital does.
Vital.
Yeah, it's a long I. Vital, vitamins, vitality. They're all fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. Young offenders. Okay, I've got to say this is much more British than American. Okay. Okay. Now I'm trying to think of what Americans call young offenders. We don't say young offenders. We use underage, or there's another word. Oh, I forget. I can't think of it now.
Yes. Young offenders in Spain are considered when they are less than 17 years old. So when
Yeah.
a teenager has 16 years old, they pass for special tribunals who serve a sentence against him, and they have to go into special centers. They have to be there for a period of time.
Yeah.
No into prison, but special centers for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same in America. It's actually under 18, 17 and under. That's right. We would call them. We use the word Americans use the word juvenile. Juvenile offender, juvenile delinquent is a kid that has 3, 4, 5, 6 crimes before they're 18. Is a juvenile delinquent.
Yes, yes.
Wayward minor. Okay.
In Spain, there are many problems with young offenders. Yes, in all kind of crime, and no mindless crimes, so serious crimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Sasha's asking about wayward minor. I think a wayward youth, for some reason, not sure why, is a much stronger collocation. He's a minor. That's yeah. He's charged as a minor. Okay. That's true. We use that as well. Basically, in the United States, crimes. Well, I don't know. I don't actually know. If you're a repeat criminal, even if you're young, I guess it stays on your record. But if you have 1 or maybe 2 crimes before you're 18, it gets wiped off your record. They actually erase it. So no one would have to know. It wouldn't prevent you from getting a job when you're 35, for example, if you stole a candy bar when you were 12. Okay, but I'm not sure about repeat offenders. I was not one. Repeat offenders, people that keep doing crimes. I'm not sure about that. Iman, welcome. Emin or Iman? Welcome to the class. Hello, new student. Hello, Iman. Okay, and goodbye. Okay, didn't mean to pressure you. Come on back. See if you can get connected. Okay. All right, Mustafa, can you read actually about the first couple of paragraphs here?
Okay, politicians often make speeches about crime. Here are some extracts from a recent one. In the fight against crime, we will not just target serious crime, but all crime, including street crime and bicycle crime, so that the street will be safer for everyone.
Okay. Yeah. You sound very political there, Mustafa. All right. The fight against crime. Oh boy. Americans in particular like another collocated colloquial expression. Do you know it, Mustafa?
In the fight against crime. No, I don't know.
Well, okay. Americans like to use. Oh, whoops! What happened? Oh, darn it. Okay. Americans like to use the word.
Cannot hear anything.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear
Okay,
too.
it must be teacher problem.
Yes.
problem.
drug-related crime, target human trafficking.
Teacher, your sound was cutting and it just came back. Oh, he's gone again.
But it seems he didn't realize.
Ah, you're right.
Ah.
No idea. Okay. All right. I don't know where I lost you. It's impossible to tell. But anyway, I was saying Americans use another collocation instead of fight against crime. We love war against crime, war against drugs, war against poverty. You know, Americans love war. They love to use that collocation. Target serious crime, all right, in a more general sense. We also target specific crimes. It's very common. Target drug-related crime, target human trafficking is the big thing now. Yeah, so you can. We also use target with specific types of crime. Target shoplifters in the mall, whatever. Okay, street crime. Mustafa, what is an example of street crime?
Street crime. Street crime. Maybe. Let us see. Like in traffic, okay. Maybe riding against the way, the the possible way or the right way. Like you go in the opposite direction of the way. You know, when you are riding your car.
The wrong way on a one-way street. But no, in English we tend to separate vehicle crime, which Americans would say vehicular crime. We would use the adjective of the word vehicle, or we would say traffic crime. Okay, what you're talking about would definitely be vehicular crime or traffic crime, traffic offenses. You're talking about traffic offenses, speeding, going through a red light, going the wrong way down a one-way. Those are totally, really kind of dealt with completely separately from street crime.
So, teacher, street crime is like maybe make the sound is louder or distribute your neighbor maybe comfort zone, like you make some loud sound, something like that.
Okay, street crime would include mugging, robbing people, taking their money. It would include things like graffiti, you know, painting on the walls or something, knocking down street signs. All right. It would include assault, simple things like public drunkenness. Yeah, all right. Hijacking. Well, maybe carjacking, maybe stealing a car. These types of things. And really, there's three kinds of crime that English speakers talk about. They talk about serious crime, rape, murder, kidnapping, hijacking a plane, terrorism. These are very serious crimes, obviously. Then there's a level down from that, street crime, and then there's traffic crime. But traffic crime is, you know, whatever, like you're talking about, wrong way down the one-way street.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sasha, hijacking is about a plane. Well, not about a plane only. You could hijack a bus, but nobody does. You could hijack a train, but you only see that in the movies. It usually is about a car. About a car, we call that carjacking. All right? Carjack. This is relatively new, by the way. It was just called stealing a car, but people didn't used to do this. People would wait until you were gone and then steal your car when you were nowhere around, but now they pull you out of the car at a traffic light and jump in your car and drive away, and that's carjacking. Yeah. Okay. It really hardly almost never ever happened. before. Okay, Sasha, can you read this next part?
If someone breaks into your house, steals your car, or robs you in the street, then of course you feel society has let you down. That's why we're determined to tackle crime.
Okay. Yeah, very strong collocation. Break into your house. All right. Obviously, well, Sasha, what does that mean?
To get into the house, for instance, when people aren't home, and steal something from there.
Okay. And that would be, in English, that crime is called breaking and entering. All right? Breaking and entering, these are not two crimes. This is one thing. This is like saying I stayed at a bed and breakfast last weekend. Bed and breakfast, even though it has and, the connecting and, even though it's three words, this is really one thing, and you should treat it as one noun. There's a few cases like this in English. A bed and breakfast. A bed and breakfast. It's not two things. A charge of breaking and entering. A charge of breaking and entering. It's one thing. Okay, steal your car, robs you, that's pretty obvious. You tackle crime. What else can you tackle, Sasha, as a collocation?
Tackle. Tackle means like to pin this little thing.
We're kind of, we'll tackle very physically. In football, you tackle somebody, you knock them down and try to take the ball. Okay. But we also use it a couple of different ways, much more abstractly. You tackle a problem. Basically anything that could be a problem. Tackle crime, tackle poverty, tackle global warming, whatever. Any possible problem we can collocate with tackle. Also, yeah, and trying to deal with the problem. That's right. Do something about it. That's right. Yeah, deal with, solve, like that. That's the idea. Tackle crime, do something about it. I mean, heaven knows you're never going to solve all crime and all criminal activity. That's actually pretty much completely impossible. But you know, so I don't know if solve is quite right, but at least try to deal with it, as Anna says. Okay. You can also tackle, I frequently might use this in class descriptions. Let's tackle collocations related to crime. Okay, let's deal with it. Again, much closer to deal with it. Maybe not exactly a problem, but maybe something challenging or something that should be or we want to deal with. So yeah, I like Anna's idea, deal with it. It works for both of those abstract uses. Let's deal with collocations related to crime. I can't say let's solve them. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I like deal with.
Task?
That makes sense. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
How about task? Tackle the task. Let's tackle this task.
Sure. There you go. Okay. Next weekend, I'm going to tackle rebuilding my carburetor, like that. Sure. And even specifically, you use it generally, but for specific tasks. Yeah, that's good. And very common, by the way. Okay. Anna, can you read the next paragraph here, please?
Okay. We are doing everything in our power to combat crime, and the crime rate has come down. and that is because we have put 10,000 more police officers on the streets and focused on juvenile crime, because that is where the problem begins.
Okay. Focused on.
Focused.
Okay.
Focus.
All right. Well, much like fight crime or war on crime, we can combat crime as well. Notice the difference in pronunciation when we use it as a noun. The idea of fighting, armed conflict, is combat. He was wounded in combat.
Combat.
Yeah, when we use it as a verb here, it's an infinitive verb, to combat crime. The pronunciation
Combat.
is quite a bit different.
Okay.
And very normal. Two-syllable words that can be a noun or a verb. It's not an always rule, it's just a usually rule. Usually when it's a noun, the first syllable gets stress. When it's a verb, the second syllable gets stress. All right. The crime rate has come down. Okay. Crime rate, of course. Very common expression.
Yes. But I don't think so that crime rate has come down. at least in Spain.
Yeah. Something, I believe you because of the economic conditions, so that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Interestingly, for the last 10 or 15 or even 20 years in the United States, even though I know I hear, and probably you hear, more about spectacular crimes in the United States, such as mass murderers or crazy people that shoot a whole bunch of people. Yes. However, the overall crime rate has come down a lot in the United States in the last 20, 15, 10 years. A lot.
But, sorry, teacher, but come down the most simple crimes. So, meaningless crimes, for example, but serious crime are lowered too?
Yep. Definitely. Not everywhere and not consistently. You have some cities like Detroit where the murder rate is up. But then Chicago, I think it's up. New Orleans, it's way down. San Francisco, way down. Los Angeles, it's down. New York City, it's down. Overall, I'm talking about overall numbers. It's not consistent. Different places, the crime rate has gone up. And I'm not, I'm looking at crime very broad brush. Probably some crime rates of some types of crime have gone up while others have gone down, but overall, I'm talking about.
Yes, because in Spain, in the last 5 years, two men have killed their own child after divorce. Only, I think, of course, and they are crazy, but it is for revenge against its wife. Is terrible. Is terrible.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Yeah. That is
Yes.
terrible.
Yeah. Even a couple, another couple, who have adopted a Chinese son. I don't know why. Between both, kill their sister, their girl. Is terrible.
Yeah.
The crimes that happen every day.
Yeah. And see, I don't really know. I wonder about the fact: are there more really crazy, wild, sensational crimes now, or do we hear about them because reporting in media is so much more global? I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know. Okay, Mustafa, you had a question. about, can I say come up to reverse the meaning, or has gone up? I'm confused. In reference to what?
In reference to come down. As we read in the last paragraph, come down. The crime come down, has come down.
Oh, okay. Crime rate has come down. Okay. No, you're right. It goes up, it comes down.
Okay.
All right. Crime rate has gone up. Will go up. Doesn't matter if you're past or future tense or present. And it has come down. It will come down. Again, doesn't matter. Past, present, future, whatever. Okay. Mustafa, can you read this from here? This government.
This government is doing very little to fight crime. We have all had some experience of the recent crime wave in our cities, whether it is petty crime or more serious offenses.
Okay. All right, a crime wave. Very okay. What do you think that means? What's your guess? A recent crime wave. What does that mean? Mustafa?
Oh my God. Let me see. A campaign of crime, like a wave of crime. I don't know how to make sense synonym to it.
Okay. Do you know other words that co-locate with wave?
Tidy wave?
No.
I don't know.
Very commonly, a heat wave. Okay. A heat wave is very common as well, meaning it's hotter than normal temperatures for an extended period of time, more than a couple days, is a heat wave. Okay, so a crime wave, higher than normal levels. A lot of crime in a extended period of time.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, at a certain time
Yeah.
at a certain time.
Well, it wouldn't be for one day. No one would say it was a crime wave of one day. That doesn't make sense. A crime wave over the course of the summer, for example.
At a period of time.
Yeah, period of time. So that's it. Yeah. Okay. Petty crimes. All right. Small crimes. Petty crimes, generally speaking, if you want to weight it, it's a very strong collocation. Generally speaking, you're talking about crimes that you would never go to jail for. No one's going to put you in jail for a petty crime, most likely. Like stealing a candy bar or something. You don't really go to jail for that. Okay. Or vandalism or whatever. Relatively public drunkenness or something like that. Those are they're petty crimes. Misdemeanors, thank you. Sasha, I was trying to think of that in the back of my mind. Yes, that's right. More formally, petty crimes are called misdemeanors. Very good. You are correct. Sasha, could you read the last paragraph here, please?
Sure. The crime figures are the worst since 1995. We have had a spate of burglaries in this part of the city, vehicle theft, drug abuse, and so on. And police have reported a staggering increase in the number of acts of mindless vandalism. It is time the party in power did something.
Okay. Crime figures. Figures here, of course, just means numbers. Sure. Okay. A spate of burglaries. This is a little bit tricky. A spate has to be used for countable things, first of all. It can't be used for uncountables. It's impossible because it means a large number happening in a short period of time. It's a very specific word. All right. So a spate of burglaries makes sense but a spate of vehicle thefts makes sense. A spate of drug abuse does not make any sense. Drug abuse is not really countable as an idea.
Sort of wave, like wave of.
Yeah, not exactly. A wave means, well, an increase in a number. Okay, an increase over an extended period of time. A spate could mean, okay, a crime wave could happen over a week, or minimum a week, 2 weeks, a month, all summer. A spate of burglaries last night would be very common. I don't know what, I don't understand what happened. We had 85 burglaries in the city last night. Normally there's 3 or 4 every night. So a spate can happen very quickly. A wave has to be kind of an extended, more extended period of time.
Mm-hmm. And teacher, is it negative? Does it have negative connotation usually?
Mm-hmm. Good question. I was just trying to think of that. I was trying to think of a positive way to use this.
Can I say, for instance, today at cinema was a spate of people?
No, sounds strange. Okay, they have to. It has to be an action. You can't say a spate of pencils or a spate of cats. It has to be an action. Okay, I was just trying to think. A spate of acts of kindness. All right, the city has seen a spate of acts of kindness over the last 2 days.
A spate of celebrations, maybe. Like there is a holiday, many people.
Okay, yeah, that would work. So yes, it's neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking, it's neutral, but we tend to use it more for negative things.
More negative. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but it can be neutral. You got to give a good example there. All right, vehicle theft, that's obvious. Drug abuse, I think we know what that means. A couple other common collocations, a staggering increase. All right, and this one I don't know why, but it's very strong. Mindless vandalism. I suppose if somebody paints a very beautiful picture or artistic painting on a factory wall or on a subway car, I guess that's not mindless vandalism. When somebody just breaks something, throws a rock through the window, they're not really creating anything. That's what we would call mindless vandalism. Yeah. Okay. Error warning. Don't forget the difference between steal and rob. A person steals something. He stole a car. He stole some money. But robs someone or a business or an institution. She robbed an elderly person. She robbed the bank. She robbed the jewelry store. Okay, you can't say he stole the jewelry store because that would mean he walked away with the entire jewelry store. It doesn't make sense. Steal, often used in the passive to talk about the object which was stolen. Again, was stolen. So there's definitely a difference. I do hear these mixed up sometimes. There's most certainly a difference there. Okay, let me. Okay, let's see if we can do 1 or 2 exercises here before we call it a day. Anna, back to you.
Yes. Police are concerned about the growing number of offences that are being committed by young people in our town.
Perfect. Very good. Offenses are committed. Crimes are committed. Excellent. Mustafa, from there.
They say that increasing numbers of youngsters are blank into people's houses or blank their cars.
Uh-huh. Youngsters, right?
Youngster.
Okay. Increasing numbers of youngsters are what into people's houses?
First of all, youngster like okay, youngsters like youngest people.
Okay.
I don't have something in my mind.
Got to be a verb. Youngsters are, so, and then a verb, so it's probably going to be present continuous, are doing something into people's houses. Or
Stealing or robbing into or breaking into.
breaking into people's houses. Very good. Yes. Or what?
Or,
Their cars.
or stealing their cars.
Stealing their cars. Very good. That's it. Okay. Quick welcome to Ali. Hello, Ali. And hope you can get connected better. Oops. Okay. Sasha. Indeed.
Indeed. Police claim that it is probably young, and I forgot. Young.
Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind, natural English, would be it is probably young punks.
Punks, yeah, very common.
Young punks. There's a strong collocation for you. Probably young punks.
Oops.
Punks, all right. People with low morals, young, tend to get in trouble. This would be very common. Okay.
Which I can't see in the screen.
I can't either. What
No,
happened?
see? Okay, no, it's okay.
Okay.
And who are to blame for the recent spate of burglaries in our town?
Burglaries.
Burglaries.
Yeah, there you go.
I looked at dictionary and the spate, it's like when river comes out of bank, right?
What? What? Really?
Spate. It said that when river, how to say,
Overflow.
the level of water, when level of water increase.
Okay, that's a
No?
totally new one for me. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. I don't really know that one. Okay, that exists.
A river, stream, etc. that is in spate is very full and flowing very fast.
Ah,
No?
okay. It may be. It could very well be. And this is one of those things that's probably the original meaning of the word, but now nobody actually uses it that way. It seems reasonable because it does kind of follow the more abstract meaning now. So it's probably true. There is a flood of burglaries recently. Kind of makes sense. Sure. Oh, that's interesting. But I did not know that. Okay, Anna from police.
Yes, police are proposing a special campaign to blank the problem and are asking for the public support in this fight against juvenile crime.
Well, probably.
I think, and the first one campaign to tackle the problem.
There you go. To tackle the problem.
Tackle the problem.
Yeah. All right. It's fight against juvenile crime. All right. Jail the juveniles. Throw them in jail. Yay. Okay. 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 Mustafa, answer this question. Would you feel pleased or worried if there were reports of a crime wave? Would you be happy?
Mm-hmm. I don't feel anything.
You don't
I
feel
don't feel
anything.
yeah, it doesn't make any difference
It
because
doesn't.
yeah, because we used to hear a lot of crimes. Yeah, as you said, like it's become
Okay.
like a ritual. It became like a ritual in our life. So
Habitual crime wave. Well,
ritual,
if there was a
ritual.
rep repetitious, are you saying repeating?
Yeah, like a habit.
Okay, repetitious would be better. Okay, it's somewhat repetitious. It happens over and over. But of course, a crime wave means more than normal. So if it happens over and over, then there's more crime and more crime and more crime. That would be a little frightening, actually. Okay. Anyway, that's about all we have time for. Everyone be safe. Avoid crime. Don't commit any crimes yourselves. And I'll see you again.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you. Have a good day.